So we'll turn the chair that it faces forward, and we get to stand with the chair to one side. And we're going to use the strap and place the foot in the seat of the chair. The block is an option. And I just wanted to share that if you were to park one foot in the seat of the chair, if you find that you can do more, then use the block to accommodate mobility and length of frame. You can play around with how high. I'm gonna take this strap, small loop, and place the loop at my foot. And as I have the loop at the foot, I'm gonna take it behind me and slide it to the opposite hand. I'm starting to reach back behind. So I have the opposite arm reaching to catch hold the strap as far as I can to invite this hip to open. And you're welcome to hang on as you need, but I just want you to notice the work of the legs before we take on anything more. My feet are bearing down, both of them, and they're pulling toward each other, and that is the work of tree pose. So we can take the free arm and reach it up and just feel the stability that we have from really using our legs well. This is a modified version of tree pose. It is both accessible and it provides its own challenge. If you are ready to add the other arm having a slight difference, then you're going to slide the hand along the strap and make it so that it is also aiming to this lift. All right? While your feet are still bearing down and pulling toward each other, while you have this stability that allows you to stay a little longer than usual or a lot longer than usual in tree pose, notice now how the movement of the arms with the leverage of the strap gives you the sensation of more length in the torso. And those are the two lessons that we really have in tree pose. It is the engagement of the inner thighs while you're opening the hip points away from each other, and it is the lift of the rib cage. Now, continuing with a little bit of challenge, can we lift the heel so that we have just the toes at the floor? And that means that we're still pulling with the sole of the foot. Hang in there, hang in there. And just for the sake of variety, right? Variety in action and angles and challenge, put your hand at the chair and bring the foot to your thigh the way that you might know already yourself. A really interesting place, if anybody would like, is to turn the block and park your knee. So if you like that idea, please use it. But then you'll need to adjust the strap, yeah? And with or without using the knee at the block, just notice the opportunities in these relationships. That's a little bit different than what we typically do, but it gives us lesson and then release. As you have this loop, step into it with both feet if possible. And as you've stepped into this loop, trying to avoid the buckle. So I'm putting my loop in such a way that I'm stepping into it with my heels. I'm not worried about putting it around my feet. And I've walked my hands down to catch the strap as low as possible. It's really nice when the actions in the alignment and the choices we make in our sequence give us a chance to have maybe a little recovery in our continued work. So I'm going to hold on as low as possible. This tugging action gives traction to the spine. I'm able to lift the lower abdominals, broaden the collarbones, and stay long through the sides of the neck. That shape that we had of a light back bend, the actions continue within this alignment. Keep the tailbone lengthening down, open the chest. So building time in this position gives us a chance to create more space between all the vertebrae in the spine to counter what gravity does. So it has great value. It seems like such a simple thing. It encourages the good posture muscles to engage, connects us to our core. All right. Let's do all of that on the other side and then we'll move on. So I'm going to move my chair. You're welcome to turn around. Think about the height of the block that you had before, how you are using the strap with the loop at the foot, and taking the strap behind so that you can catch it with the arm that is opposite, giving a little bit of chest and shoulder opening. The distance from the chair allows you this comfortable engagement of those adductors. The feet pull toward each other. You're welcome to hold on to the chair, but taking the arm up is also where we're headed to challenge and build balance, proprioception, and more. We'll stay here for a few breaths. Notice the amount of work through the legs. As soon as you let go of the chair, the legs turn on a little bit more, just automatically. And then finding your way to along the path of the strap and this continued lift, right? So now we can feel and appreciate the lift of the arms, lifts the ribs away from the pelvis, long torso. The legs are strong. The body is long. The actions are balanced. When we are in positions like this, I hope you are able to recognize the greater expansion of the lower rib cage, like the diaphragm really expands. All right, when you're ready for more, consider lifting the heel off. Yes, still the soles of the feet are on. And then if you are ready for more, make your adjustment. I'm going to have to readjust my hold while I bring the sole of the foot toward the leg with or without using the block. Yeah? So isn't it interesting how the strap lends itself a little differently? Whenever the leverage pattern changes, it creates its own challenge. You're used to it coming from a different place. All right, one more breath. And then at your ease, work your way down.